Let's stay on health matters now. Are you among those that dread the cold season because you can't seem to get rid of a running or blocked nose? Well, the good news is that you're not alone. The bad news is that this might not just be a mere cold, but the most serious and highly contagious human influenza, popularly known as the flu. Kenyans' Fatma Paula tells you the difference between the two and what you can do to protect yourself.
Runny nostrils, stuffy nose. Many a times when we get these symptoms, we usually diagnose ourselves as having what many Kenyans call homa. We then just opt to buy over-the-counter drugs. But what many do not know is that more often than not, this habit does more harm than good, especially if what we have is the human influenza virus, popularly known as the flu. Both the cold and the flu are common diseases during the cold period, both affecting the respiratory tract. So just how can you tell the two apart? To begin with, flu is caused by a stronger virus which is highly contagious. When not taken care of, it can lead to more serious health complications like pneumonia and cause death. Symptoms of flu are usually worse than those of a common cold. Some of the cold symptoms are a runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, sneezing, a mild to moderate fever, cough, headache, or body aches and mild tiredness. Flu symptoms, though almost similar to those of a cold, tend to be more severe. They include dry hacking cough, moderate to high fever, although not everyone with the flu will run a fever, severe muscle or body aches, headaches, stuffy and runny nose, profound fatigue which may last up to 2 weeks. Some people may experience vomiting and diarrhea, but this is more common in children.
There are categories. First and foremost, children who are more than 6 years of age but under 5. It's not, 6 months of age but under 5. And adults over 65, and pregnant ladies, and people with chronic diseases.
Respiratory specialist Dr. Joseph Aluoch advises that the best option is prevention through vaccination.
If you don't do flu examination, you can actually calculate how much you lose by people not going to work, people using antibiotics, unnecessary antibiotics because they developed pneumonia because they didn't have antibiotics, people using beds and stuff. These are all can be calculated.
So I thought to find out if Kenyans know the difference between a flu and a common cold, and if they're aware that a flu vaccine actually exists.
I think the symptoms are the same. Yeah, it gets me confused. Flu, most of the time I just stay indoors because I think it is caused by the cold weather. So I keep warm, and I also use this yellow tablet, Piriton.
No difference. Kwangu mimi naona kama it's the same thing, because even the way I treat them, it's something that comes and goes naturally. That is what we assume. Lakini ikiendelea sana, dawa za kienyeji, migwa nugu, call them anything, lemon, hot water, that is what we use at home.
Every year, a seasonal influenza vaccine based on the World Health Organization recommendations is developed and released for use globally. This is because the influenza virus keeps on changing, so the vaccine must be updated from time to time to combat the circulating strain. Every year, seasonal influenza vaccine based on the World Health Organization recommendations is developed and released for use globally. This is because the influenza virus keeps on changing, so the vaccine must be updated from time to time to combat the circulating strain. This means that the vaccines which were used last year technically expired this year.
Every hospital, every health institution in this country has got, and every chemist or every major chemist has got the vaccination, the vaccine. So you can get it anywhere. It is very effective and is very safe.
Research shows that the human influenza virus is present in Kenya throughout the year, but only picks up during the cold season. Now, instead of waiting for it to take you down, you might consider getting you and your loved ones a flu vaccination once to prevent flu the whole year. Fatma Pole, KTN News.